some of you have likely enrolled in those or have taken them already. If you have, you're just going to be that much better prepared for MSMS, but we've kind of taken away those barriers. So the whole application process, with the exception of the letters of recommendation, which are kind of more out of your control, isn't particularly time intensive. But that was a really long-winded way to answer that question. Sorry. Yeah.
Can I ask? So are there no longer those, like, I know you're required to take like an econ and like a math and all those. Are those still, you need to do that or no?
Don't have to do it.
Okay.
Yeah. If you've done it, great. If not, and you want to do that at Kellogg, you can. That's kind of what I was talking about with like the customizability with those evening and weekend classes. If you haven't taken like a microeconomics class and that's something that you want to do, you can just take that with our evening and weekend MBA students. You don't have to. We're not going to push you into any of those classes that you're not super excited about, but if you want to, it's available as an option.
Would that class look different at all from the undergraduate course, or?
It will, however, our evening and weekend students who are coming into those classes typically also don't have a lot of prerequisite work in terms of micro or economics in general, so it's not like you wouldn't be on a level playing field. Any other questions? Yeah.
So you mentioned so for the summer classes before that, are those just the same as the other quarters, or how does those work?
Thank you. I meant to bring that up as well. So the other big difference, there are a lot of changes this year, is that we're shifting slightly our start and end date. So we will actually be starting the program in September. It'll be more closely aligned with Northwestern's academic schedule. So for, say, like our core courses, those will actually take place. I believe the anticipated start date is going to be September 10th. That's subject to change. So if that does change by like a week or so, it might do that. But those will essentially take place as like a preterm, and then you'll kind of roll into those regularly scheduled evening and weekend MBA classes that are aligned with the Northwestern academic calendar. That being said, if you are, playing a sport that requires you to be in camp or something, we will matriculate you over the summer, meaning that you'll have no issues, participating in camp or summer practices or anything.
So is there still
There's no summer quarter anymore.
Portion. So it's moving strictly to the 3-quarter program. Okay.
Yeah. And that also kind of works out because we had a lot of students who wanted to intern over the summer and also just felt like they were jumping really, really quickly from Northwestern graduation at end of June to the start of the program, which previously has been like July 8th. So not a ton of time to kind of have that breathing room. So now students will have the opportunity to, intern over the summer if they want to, hey, if you want to go on a post-graduation trip with mom and dad, that's fine too. You can really kind of spend that time however you want. Thank you for bringing that up, though. Okay.
I guess I had one more question. Yeah. What would be, now that the courses have gone away, right, the number is decreasing, so majors don't matter, so what exactly are you kind of looking for in an ideal candidate when they're kind of filling out this application? Like what's going to be the standout stuff that's going to make the difference?
Yeah, so good question. So we are looking for people who are able to handle academic rigor, which you guys are obviously all exposed to here at Northwestern. So we're looking really closely at your academic, your transcript and the grades that you've earned. We're also looking to see that you are a team player. That's something that's really, really important at Kellogg, and that you have, demonstrated leadership in some capacity. That looks very different across people, whether that's, being captain of the football team or whether that's really emerging as a leader in your classes, in group work. So we are looking for that demonstrated leadership and impact as well as those team skills. We're also looking for people who, have a strong, very authentic reason for pursuing the program. Again, we don't expect you to have everything figured out in terms of your career goals. We don't expect you to, write an essay that says, I want to go work for Bain in consulting in the Chicago office. Like, we don't expect you to have everything baked out like that. But knowing that you want to come into the program and say, maybe work on your leadership skills or really gain those hard skills in finance, really brush up on, your negotiating skills. That's something that's going to be really, really helpful and stand out. We do not view this program as being just kind of a placeholder in terms of somebody's like next year, and we don't really view this as a place where people go just because they can't, figure out what's next. We want you to be really intentional about this, and that really comes through both in the interview as well as in the essays. Okay. Well, I'll stick around if anyone has questions, but thank you for spending your Wednesday night with me. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for coming.
Thank you for clapping.
Aaron, you can clap. It was okay. Aaron's clapping it up.